Hi guys, welcome to the channel. So we are continuing the playlist of LeetCode top 100 liked questions. So as of now we completed 4 questions and then today we'll jump to the fifth question. So the question is basically it's a 136 single number problem. So we have given a non-empty array of integers. Every element appears twice except by one. So we need to find that single element. So in this case, if you can see, 2 is appearing twice and 1 is appearing only one. So our answer will be 1. In this array, so 1 is appearing 2 times, 2 is also appearing 2 times, then 4 is appearing only 1. So the answer will be 4. Basically 4 is appear only 1, so the answer will be 4. Here, since it's only have one element, so we're gonna return the that element only. So let's see, we have any constraint? Okay, we don't have any constraint. So in the function we are given this array, and then what we need to do, we need to return that element basically which is occurring only one. So let's see the approach. Yeah, so let's move to the notepad. Yeah, so what we have given an array, non-empty array. So let's take an example of this array 2 2 1. Okay, so we have given an array 2 2 1, right? And then what we need to do, we need to return this one because 2 is occurring to, like 2 is occurring twice, right? So how we can approach it? So the very basic approach is that, let's say, if you create one maybe the hash map. So if you know the property of the hash map, it will store the key value pair, right? So we'll store 2 and then which occurrence 1, and then it will iterate. We'll store 2 again, 2 is already there, so we will increment it occurrence, and it will be 2 and then 1 1. So and then later on we'll traverse the hash map, and then we'll see whichever number has one value, that is our, that will be our output. So let's try run it with the other input as well. So 4 1 2 1, 4 1 2 1 2. Okay, so let's say we have the array 4 1 2 and then 1 2. Okay, so let's say we created one hash map, and then in our hash map, let it be like this. So this is the hash map, right? We created. Now we'll iterate it from here. It is 0 1 2 3 4. So 0 index, we'll see if 4 is already there. No, it's empty. So what we'll do, we'll input its value, and then its occurrence 1. Then 1 is already there. No, so we'll enter its value and then occurrence 1. 2 is already there. No, so what we'll do, we'll enter this value and then occurrence 1. But as soon as 1 will come, 1 is already there, right? So what we'll do, we'll delete this or maybe increment it by 1. So that will be 2. 2 is already there. 2 is already there. So what we'll do, we'll just remove, like fetch it and then increment it by 1 and then put it as 2. Now at later we'll just traverse it once, and then whichever element is occurring only one time, that will be our output. So in this case 4 is our output. So this is the first approach. But if you can see in this approach, if you try to find the complexity, so in this approach we are traversing our loop from here to here. So that will be order of n is the time complexity, and if you ask about space complexity, that will be, we are creating one hash map of size basically n, because let's say if all the elements are distinct, so that will be order of n. So this order of n is the extra space. This was basically the first approach, right? Let's move to the second approach. So is there any better approach that we can think? Let me fetch the array one more time. 4 1 2 1 2. So our array was 4 1 2 1 2, right? Now can we think any other approach that we can do this problem with the time complexity, that will be order of n, but the space complexity will be order of 1. So for this approach, there will be one math operator that we need to use, that will be XOR. So in XOR, basically the property of this operator is that if we have the same element and then we do the XOR, then we will get 0. And then if you have different element and then we do XOR, then we'll get the element which is not 0. Basically in this case it will be 0. If you do 0 XOR 5, then we will get 5. That is the property of the XOR. So by doing this, can we use this while in our statement? Can we use this XOR in our array? So let's find out. So let me divide it. Yeah. So here, let's say we are traversing our array, and then what we are doing. So basically what we will do, we will traverse the element in every element. So here we are using the for each loop, and then what we'll do, we'll create one result variable, and then here what we will do, we'll do result XOR whatever the element is coming, and then we'll just close, and then later on we will just return E. Now let's. So here I have written the sample code. Let me take this snap of the code, and then let me paste it over here. So here what we have done, we have the function that is a single number function that is basically taking the num array, and then we are storing result equals to 0 first time, and then we are traversing it, and then what we are doing, we are XOR operation with result and then num, and whatever value we are storing it in this variable. So let's take an example of 2 to 1. So in first time we'll just result will be 0. In a iteration 1, basically result will be 0, and then it will come to this loop, result 0 XOR 2, that will be 2. So yeah, in iteration 2, then this 2 XOR, what is the second value? Second value is so 2. So 2 XOR 2, that will be 0. So why it is 0? Because here we have seen in the theory section, let me quickly come up. Yeah. So what we have seen, thus if we have the same element, then it will be 0. If a different element, if it's 0 XOR the element, then it will be the element. So yeah, let me come back to the question. Yeah. So the third iteration basically is a three. It is a 3 element. So iteration 3 will run. Iteration 3. So 0 XOR 1. So if we both are different, and then this is the 0, and so in this case ours will be 1. So 1 will be returned over there, and then this is the output. So yeah, I hope you like the question. Thanks.